It's going to happen a little bit sooner than you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Monster and the Immortal Hulk Hogan.
We welcome you to this landmark, this historic Impact broadcast with the appearance of the Monster and the Hulkster.
And the Hulkster's donning the legendary red and yellow. I gotta tell you, I feel like the roof is gonna blow off this place. It's deafening in here.
When Hulk Hogan partnered with TNA President Dixie Carter, Hogan's focus was totally on raising the awareness of this TNA organization. Hogan never expected to return to the ring, but when Hulk found himself covered in blood at the hands of Ric Flair and AJ Styles, Hulk Hogan knew that he had to lace up the boots once again.
We got a shot a moment ago of Brooke Hogan, Hulk's lovely daughter.
Well, you know, my blood brother Abyss, it's time to cut the clowning, dude. This is the biggest night in the history of TNA. We're live. That's right. Spike has got our back, Jack, and it's time to take care of all the business. Ric Flair, AJ Styles. You know, big brother, there ain't no reason to wait around. We're gonna be the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Ric Flair, you and AJ better start getting ready right now, because I got a list of things that go down against my grain, brother. You know, when I came here to run this company, I was gonna take us to sacred ground. Wherever I've been, that's where I was gonna take TNA into infinity beyond. But now, Ric Flair, now that you and AJ have changed the rules, now that you, Ric Flair, and AJ have left me in a pool of blood in front of my own family and the Hulkamaniacs, and now AJ and Ric Flair, now that you left my blood brother chained to the ring and in his own pool of blood, this is TNA's reckoning day, brother. So the way it goes for the dirtiest player in the game and his protege, the champ, AJ Styles. Bring your asses down to the ring, because it's time to put an end to all this crap. Time to meet the power of TNA and all Abyss maniacs. Ric Flair, AJ Styles, get your asses out here. Let's get this over with.
Well, I guess the rumors are true, Mike. This match is gonna happen now.
Their opponents, the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
feel the legendary right there, Nature Boy Ric Flair has taught AJ how to be a champion. AJ's already been a great wrestler. Now he's a great champion.
To me, the transformation, it's more than just a custom-made ring robe or a custom-made suit, because it has been both a drastic attitude and a style change for the man that Flair refers to as, yes, AJ, Stylin' and Profilin' Styles. Right at the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and AJ Styles fights back. First with kicks, then with the chop, but that's 350 pounds you're trying to move.
Well, obviously, AJ's got to try to utilize his speed and avoid that gigantic monster. Well, that's not how you avoid him.
Stay away from the power game of the Monster Abyss. And we mentioned AJ's transformation. When it comes to change, how about how Abyss has reacted so positively to Hulk Hogan's gestures of faith, and now he's got to go one-on-one in his tag team matchup with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, Ric Flair is a bona fide household name, Hall of Famer. Flair is wrestling royalty, and I don't believe Flair has any respect for the Monster Abyss. Look at Abyss bringing it here.
He has none whatsoever. He said Abyss was only fit to shine AJ's boots. And of course, Flair's so upset.
Whoa!
Oh, back body drop. Flair's so upset that AJ didn't get Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring that it went to the Monster Abyss.
And that's the dirtiest player in the game, while the referee was trying to get Hulk Hogan, make sure Hogan was in the corner. Ric Flair going low right there. And look at AJ here. He's a dirty player himself.
That's the influence of Flair being the light, and Hogan could stand only so much before he gets involved. Oh, what a Pele kick that time to the back of the head of Hogan by Styles.
Yeah, I think AJ blasted Hogan. Seemed like in the back of the head area. Referee Mike Posey's got to try and get some control here.
Complexion of this matchup has turned drastically in the favor of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And there he is, the return of the icon Sting.
It's Judgment Day for Flair and AJ, baby.
Sting staring down Ric Flair and AJ Styles.
What the hell?
What's going on here? What the hell are we witnessing? Sting uses the baseball bat on Hulk Hogan and Abyss.
You gotta be kidding me. Where did that come from? What?
Watch out, AJ has got a steel chair, and Sting drives the baseball bat into Abyss, and then Styles cracks him over the head.
Good God, what a sickening thud.
Flair measures, stalks, as Hogan gets to his feet. God!
I'm speechless. Sting just shocked the world out here. And now the violent beatdown by our champion AJ Styles and Ric Flair is.
And Hulk Hogan has been busted wide open.
Oh! We got to get some control out here. This Sting just shocked everyone, my God. That's Brooke Hogan, Hulk's daughter. She's
Intense.
Hey, this is bad here.
Judging by the reaction, I think that AJ Styles and Ric Flair, they were equally surprised.
Oh, man.
But they're not afraid to first join in with Sting and then continue this violent, this vicious this brutal beatdown. God, look at the blood.
Well, none of us expected this to go down here. I think you might be right, Mike. I don't think Flair and AJ expected it either. Well, what about the match? What's the deal with this match?
Hey, Flair! You and your puppet AJ Styles, this ain't over. Let me tell you something. We're gonna finish this before the night's over. And let me tell you, Flair, you keep changing the rules, I'm gonna keep changing the game. We're gonna get your two asses out here, and it's gonna be a no disqualification, brother. We're gonna finish this thing, Flair. We're gonna finish
Hogan
this
in a
thing.
miss.
You
Ric
and
Flair,
we're
AJ
gonna
Styles. You heard it from Hogan. No disqualification. We're going to settle this once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And this is what went down just moments ago as we opened Impact with Hulk Hogan and Abyss versus Ric Flair and AJ Styles.
Well, Sting appears in shocking fashion. He attacks Abyss and Hulk Hogan in a violent way. And then AJ and Ric Flair, you know, they kind of seemed a little surprised themselves, but they weren't afraid to join in on the violence on Hogan and Abyss.
And our TNA cameras are on the scene. We're going to send it backstage right now to follow up.
Well, there's Sting, and I'd love to get some answers from what the heck's going through this man's mind.
What are you doing? What are you thinking?
And TNA President Dixie Carter.
I owe you nothing, Dixie. I owe you nothing.
The hell was that about?
Taz, who could have predicted this shocking turn of events, starting with Sting after a several-month absence here in TNA, joining with AJ Styles and Ric Flair, and bloodying Hulk Hogan.
Well, look, Sting obviously had his own agenda here tonight. It didn't seem like Flair and AJ were part of that agenda. But what we just seen with our president, TNA President Dixie Carter and Sting, that's just conduct unbecoming right there. That's not cool.
All right, thank you very much. I'm as shocked as everybody else is. I got to ask you something tonight. The match has been ordered to be restarted later on tonight, but I have to ask you, where does Sting fit in all this?
Do-over? There's no do-overs in pro wrestling. We own those guys. But if you want a do-over, Hogan, we'll beat you up all over again.
Sting has finally come to his senses, thank God, and on the right night. I always knew that I owned you, Sting. You proved it tonight. You see this? You want to restart? This is Hogan and Abyss's blood. I haven't even started yet. If I'm going to come out of retirement, I'm going to make a statement around the world. Tonight is Ric Flair and AJ Styles night. Make no mistake, you want to restart? We're going to finish this job. I don't care if we're Universal Studios or in heaven. You guys are going out of here in an ambulance, courtesy of AJ. Woo! And the Nature Boy. You want blood, guts, and glory? Dial the name Ric Flair, baby. Woo!
I love it.
Why, Sting? Why? Why, Sting? Why? Damn it, why, Sting?
It's okay, baby. It's okay. He'll be okay. No, he's not. He's not okay, Jennifer. This is serious. Like, he's not okay. He may seem okay to you, but he's not. He's not. He'll pretend like he's not in pain, you know, in front of other people, but he's not okay. I hate seeing him do this to himself anymore. I can't watch it.
Well, obviously, Brooke's very concerned with her dad's safety.
And here's the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. Here's Kazarian.
You know, it was almost 2 years ago that I chose to walk away
from TNA. And when I did so, I had a lot of doubt primarily about myself. However, after a lot of soul searching, I can safely say that live in the Impact Zone tonight, that doubt is gone. Now, the reason I came back to TNA is to reignite the flame of the X Division. And the way I see it, if TNA is going to war, then I say, let the warriors of the X Division lead us into battle. Wait. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Kazarian. If anyone is going to lead the X Division into battle, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be any of the buffoons in the back. It's going to be the man that was X Division for 10 years before X Division meant anything. The longest reigning X Division champion of all time, Christopher Daniels. And on this historic night, I tell Eric Bischoff, I tell the world that I and I alone will carry the X Division to the highest of heights, because I am X.
My. This is a pretty picture, isn't it?
This is the champ, Doug Williams.
Two geezers in the ring spouting off like they're superheroes come to save the X Division. Well, chaps, let me assure you, shut your mouths. Let me assure you that the X Division is alive and well. And I can say that in all confidence because I am the X Division champion.
Douglas, you have a point. As of right now, you are the X Division champion. But 7 years ago, when we were pioneering the X Division, where were you?
Whoa, wait just a second. What's all this we nonsense? Let me put it to you like this. You haven't done anything in this division that I care about.
Well, listen, bub. Maybe the reason you don't care about anything I've done is because deep down, Daniels, you're just a selfish prick.
It's like a revolving door out here. Now, Eric Bischoff.
Cut the music. You know, when Hulk Hogan called me and he said, "Hey, Eric, what do you think about stepping into the ring with me and TNA, trying to turn things around?" I said, "Hulk, I can't wait." And one of the reasons I was so excited is because of the X Division. Because as far as I'm concerned, the X Division is at the heart of TNA. It's the adrenaline of TNA. And if I have anything to do about it, I'm going to make it run bigger, faster, and stronger. Get my drift? Now, Kazarian, I know you've got a title shot at Destination X, but you know what? For every one of these fans and the millions of people watching around the world, I've got news for you. That match is going to happen tonight. Hey, Daniels, don't worry about it, man. I haven't forgotten about you, because tonight it's going to be Kazarian versus Daniels versus Williams. X title on the line, and the future starts right now, damn it.
Wow.
Eric Bischoff laying down the law. We have an X Division three-way quick roll-up here. Oh, Daniels went for the cover, but there was Kazarian to break up the pin.
Well, kudos to Eric Bischoff. Another cover. Kudos to Bischoff laying it down right here. Let's do it.
Doug Williams, headbutt to the midsection of Daniels. Quick turnaround sends him off. Kick cut down. Doug Williams, the champ. Three-way for the X Division title. Remember, Kazarian earned the title shot recently here, defeating Brian Kendrick. He becomes a #1 contender, and now Bischoff turns it into a three-way.
Yeah, but it's got to be safe to say that neither three of these men thought they'd be competing right now here live.
With all this emphasis on the X Division, next week, TNA kicks off Monday nights with a 3-hour block, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, the show everybody's talking about. It's epics, and you will see next Monday never-before-seen X Division matches right here on Spike TV. You've got to check it out. 3 hours of TNA.
Look at that, Northern Lights suplex, get in! Both! A beautiful
beat 2 men.
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex by Kazarian while he had Williams pinned. That was sick.
Let's follow up with more X Division news. Destination X, March the 21st. It's the return of Ultimate X, and Eric Bischoff told us earlier today it's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns against Generation Me. That's going to be incredible.
Cannot wait for that. Come Destination X. Which one of these men here, we would assume, would be the X Division champion? Will Williams retain? This guy's defending his title against 2 men, and watch Kazarian!
Sensational flip dive by Kazarian. Takes out the champ, Doug Williams, and the other challenger, Daniels.
Well, that's what the X Division is. Let's take a look at this here. By Kazarian, the X Division is a human car wreck, folks. You will not find this kind of action anywhere else on TV right now live.
First pin, first submission. Wins this match with the X Division title on the line.
Look at Daniels. Oh, nice reversal by Kazarian. Oh, man, right straight to the pole. Shoulder first for Kazarian. I'm sorry, for Daniels. Watch Kazarian. Look at this.
Slingshot in, went for the leg drop. Williams avoids the contact and then connects with a running knee right into the face.
Good way to break somebody's jaw. Very rugged man is the X Division champion, Doug Williams.
And ladies and gentlemen, I have just received word that TNA President Dixie Carter is backstage. And listen to this, Taz. Dixie Carter's going to have a huge announcement concerning Sting directly after this match.
Come on. Well, what is the announcement? You don't know the announcement? What?
The word I just got, you can see Dixie was pacing backstage here at the Impact Zone.
Well, we saw earlier tonight when Sting put his hands on Dixie Carter. That's straight up disgusting in my book. And right now, Daniel's trying to get some control here. Looking good. Oof.
Kazarian caught with the Daniels kick. Caught him totally by surprise. See if he can follow up the advantage that he has. I mean, what a shocking turn of events this has been, especially when you think of the long-term relationship that Dixie Carter has had with Sting.
Oh, absolutely. But whatever our president Dixie Carter has in mind, I mean, literally, Sting put her against the wall. Watch out.
Daniels for the cover and gets 2 before Kazarian powers out.
Sting put his hands on Dixie, put her against the wall, straight up wrong. But right now, Daniels, we might be looking at the new X Division champion tonight.
Running forearm shot in the corner.
Oh!
Death Valley driver.
Got him.
Takedown. Into the pin. Into the cover for 2.
The energy in this arena right now, the excitement due to these 3 X Division athletes. I'm telling you, it is awesome.
X Division champ Doug Williams tries to get back in the game. Cut off by Daniels. Williams up on top. Fighting back. Elbows to the top of the ahead of Daniels.
Yeah, well, looked like Daniels had some bad intentions in his mind, but Doug Williams was able to shut him down. Both men had the same thing in mind. Watch Kazarian.
Dual drop kick. One leg for Daniels, one leg for the X Division champ Doug Williams, as Kazarian was great with that move off the top.
Well, which wrestler will get to a vertical base first? This is the turning point in the match right here.
All three pretty much at the same time. Running clothesline for Williams, courtesy of Kazarian. Spin kick for Daniels. That drop kick was on the money.
Tell you, I could not agree with Eric Bischoff anymore. It's about the X Division being the adrenaline of TNA.
And you've got to join us at Destination X March 21st. It's going to be an X Division showcase. Leg drop, pin, leg hook, no, just two.
Kazarian, this cat is phenomenal, man. I'm telling you. We heard Bischoff say the adrenaline of TNA is the X Division, going to make it bigger, stronger, faster. It's looking good right about now. Oh, talk about looking good. X Division champ Williams looking good there.
Yeah, out of nowhere with that big shot off the top of the forearm. Roll through. Going to go for that Chaos Theory suplex. Instead, the roll up.
Wow.
No.
Very innovative and quick thinking by Daniels. As Doug Williams went for that Chaos suplex, that roll into that German suplex, the O'Connell roll into the German suplex, but Williams was not able to peel it off.
Off the inverted atomic drop. Kazarian catches him in the side of the head with the boot. Spinning, swinging neck breaker. Follow cover. Going in. No!
And again, you do not have to pin the champion to be the champion here. Doug Williams has got to try and get back in that ring and defend his title. Oof.
Kazarian just run right into the champ. Doug Williams takes him out of play again. And it could be time for the BME.
Yep.
Daniels motions to the corner. Could it be the best moonsault ever?
Oh, yeah. Oh, on his feet. Oh, look at Doug Williams. There's that. Oh,
that's it. Chaos Theory suplex. And he got the win.
Here's the winner, still TNA X Division champion, Doug Williams.
Awesome match right there between all three men. Somehow, some way, Williams was able to retain. Outstanding contest.
Right place, right time for the X Division title holder.
Oh, how about that? That's Shannon Moore.
Shannon Moore. We haven't seen him here in TNA for several months. We saw him back on January 4, our big live show, and Shannon Moore back.
What the hell? Look at this. Oh. Shannon Moore's on point right now. Just getting all over. Ow.
Spin kick takes down the champ. And Doug Williams.
Well, you saw the message that was sent from Moore.
That's how I like it. Hey, Williams, allow me to introduce you to your opponent at Destination X. Surprise!
How about that?
Wow.
Shannon Moore gets a title shot at Doug Williams and the X Division Gold, March the 21st at Destination X. You just heard it from Eric Bischoff. We're going to send it to JB, and we hear TNA President Dixie Carter has a huge announcement concerning Sting.
Thank you very much, TNA President Dixie Carter. I have to ask you, after what we saw earlier tonight with Sting, what in the world is going through your mind right now?
Steve, I am glad. No, I am thrilled that you just signed your TNA contract. And you want to mix it up tonight, or you're going to get your chance, and I hope you're ready, because you're in a match.
In a match? Against who?
He'll find that out when everyone else does.
Well, there you see Taylor Wilde and Sarita, the former Knockout Tag Team champions, with the opportunity to regain the gold. Awesome Kong Hamada failing to defend the Knockout Tag titles in the past 30 days. As a result, TNA management puts the gold on the line in this three-way match.
Introducing team number 1, Taylor Wilde and Sarita. Ladies and gentlemen, team number 2 in this TNA Knockout Triple Threat match for the vacant TNA Knockouts Championship. Accompanied to the ring by Lacey Von Erich, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rain. They are the Beautiful
one of these three teams here this evening.
No question about that, Taz. And you know, the beautiful people, they felt like this knockout tag team division was tailor-made for this team, but they've never held these knockout tag team titles.
Well, the beautiful people are too busy worried about being beautiful. That's their shtick, that's their thing. They do it pretty good. Busting out a little black and pink right here, or pink and black.
And of course, as of late, Velvet Sky, Madison Rayne, Lacey Von Erich, they have been dealing with the return of their former leader and now their rival, talking about Angelina Love.
You know, that definitely cooked up between Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. And speaking of the gorgeous Angelina Love, she should be here shortly, I would assume, with Tara.
Team number 3, Angelina Love, and the TNA Knockouts champion, Tara.
I think Angelina's all business, just beelining right to the ring. Okay.
And you got to feel like Angelina's concentration tonight, that focus, as we see this quick roll-up even before the bell, it's twofold. Obviously, love to beat the beautiful people, win the knockout tag team titles, but I think equally important, it's payback that Angelina Love is looking for that brutal beating, that whipping at the hands of the beautiful people.
Well, you know, Taylor and Sarita, you know, had a hell of a run as the first ever TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. Interested to see if they can get the gold back.
Well, they sure did. 3+ month reign for Taylor and Sarita as the first ever knockout tag team title holders.
Kind of an awesome, like, springboard type stunner maneuver there, and Velvet tagged herself in.
Yeah, saw the blind tag from outside, and that's probably good strategy. It's your way to get in and go for a pin.
Well, Velvet trying to pick up the scraps that Sarita left behind.
Well, first pin, first submission. The winners in this matchup with the vacant knockout tag team titles at stake.
God. What a beautiful people, like some hot-looking jackals in the corner here.
Taz, you hear about this?
What?
Improv comedy legends, Matt Walsh, Ian Roberts. They're coming right here to Spike TV. We see the quick cover by Madison. It's Players. It's a brand new, it's an original comedy, and you can get a sneak preview of that brand new episode. It's coming up tonight, right after TNA's Impact.
Well, frustrating right now for Angelina. She cannot help her tag team partner, Tara. She's not legal, obviously, meaning Angelina.
You can't blame Taylor and Sarita for coming in, breaking up the pin attempt. Quick reversal shoots them off into the ropes, and from outside, Lacey Von Erich gets involved. Well, that opens the door for the drop kicks.
Lacey Von Erich using a head there. That's rare.
And Taz, how about Dixie Carter saying that Sting is going to find out his opponent tonight when everybody else does?
Well, I mean, look, Sting gave Dixie no choice, let's be honest. Sting literally backed Dixie against the wall. I mean, the question is, who did Dixie book Sting against? We don't know.
Widow's Peak attempt. What the heck? That's Daphne. Daphne came in with a knockout title belt.
Well, the referee had his back turned right just like that. BS, let's be honest. Referee had his back turned. Beautiful people just stealing one thanks to Daphne. Wow.
Looked like Tara was in control. Gonna go for the Widow's Peak. You saw the blatant interference. The referee didn't by Daphne, and that leads to the beautiful people becoming knockout tag team champions. Let's send it to the back. Christy Hemme standing by with the Pope.
Impact tonight, you go to TNAWrestlingLive.com for the post show where you're going to be getting all the breaking news and Don West's insane daily deals. Now, up in action tonight against Desmond Wolfe is the man who will be getting a TNA World Heavyweight title shot at Lockdown in April, the Pope D'Angelo De Niro.
Chrissy, baby, first thing first, Pope would love to be the pendant that hang from your chain. But on to tonight, live Monday night, Pope and the Wolfman once again. Now, every dog has his day. But Rufus Day has
Desmond Wolfe sold him right for that, the injured ankle of the Pope.
Thanks, mine.
Two men scheduled to compete later tonight here on Impact. The Pope D'Angelo De Niro, as you mentioned, Taz, with the already injured leg, and Desmond Wolfe's gone ballistic.
Now,
you can see the Pope's ankles taped up.
I think one looks better around your ankle.
Oh my God!
keep the chain.
And Taz, check this out. There's the icon Sting. Who is Dixie Carter handpicked as his opponent?
Hey, Mike, I got a question. What were you doing at 420 this afternoon?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to be honest with you. This is quite a party backstage. The new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions victorious here tonight. The beautiful people. And ladies, I got to be honest, those belts look fantastic around your waist.
That's right, JB. The beautiful people are finally TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. Am I a champion too? Of course you are.
Pumpkin, we could not have done it without you. Now it's time to celebrate BP style.
Oh, it certainly is time to celebrate. I got to be honest with you, ladies. I knew we'd have new tag team champions here tonight with the ladies. I think it's time we have a little bit of celebration. Bring in the bubbly. Can we bring in the bubbly here? I mean, the ladies deserve it, gals. Champagne for everybody. Spared no expense here, if I could. Let me make sure. I only got 3 glasses. Yeah.
With the BPs as the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, things are about to explode.
Whoa, very nice. Look out. Fantastic. I'm going to make it. Whoa, easy. What are you? Whoa, no.
Whoa. That was gross.
You kidding me?
Whoa, what the?
Me? That's ridiculous. Whoa.
Well, the celebration with JB and the beautiful people continues backstage, but we've got to focus, Taz, on this situation involving Sting and the shocking actions that we've witnessed tonight.
I mean, caught everybody by surprise in a big way here. The icon Sting always stood for doing the right thing and whatnot, and a stand-up guy, personally know the guy, and I was shocked, Mike.
This is what went down, ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight when Sting came out, the trademark black baseball bat, and attacked the monster Abyss and Hulk Hogan.
You know, and it seemed like it seemed like Ric Flair, I should say, and AJ Styles, they kind of weren't in on Sting's agenda, but they joined in on the party, and the opportunity was there for Flair and AJ to beat down Abyss and Hulk a little more, so they went for it.
Taz, you think you know somebody after you've been around them for 2 decades like I have with the icon Sting, but I've got to admit, ladies and gentlemen, I never saw this coming.
Yeah, I was going to say that to you, Mike. I know how many years, you know Sting and your friendship you have with him, and I kind of feel your pain. I mean, I got to know Sting a little bit that I'm here now in TNA, and I'm a little surprised. I really am.
But then after involved in the beatdown of Hulk Hogan and Abyss, he goes backstage, and what he does to TNA President Dixie Carter just went way too far.
That was definitely wrong. I mean, wrong. You never put your hand on a lady, obviously, especially the woman who owns this company. That was not cool by Sting. Question is, who now does Sting have to face?
That's the key. Also keep in mind, Dixie vowed she would never get involved when it comes to matchmaking. She's made an exception to the rule, and here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Venice Beach, California, the icon Sting!
The reaction to the icon Sting from this capacity crowd here at the Impact Zone. It's totally unlike anything we've ever heard here in this building, Taz.
Well, our fans here, our TNA fans, are literally, you can just say they're literally angry. They're angry at Sting. I mean, for the most part, I mean, some aren't. That guy in the front row, he's bound to him. I mean, really, I mean, you can sense, you can hear the boos. You never hear that when Sting comes out here.
You saw, you heard the involvement of TNA President Dixie Carter. She said there will be the return to the ring tonight for the icon Sting. JB tried to find out who his opponent is going to be, and all Dixie would say is that Sting's going to find out when everybody else does.
Well, I think that time is just a few moments away. Sting, who's your opponent, my friend? We are fixing to find out.
see who it is that the TNA president has handpicked to face him tonight in his return to the ring, in his return to TNA. Who's it gonna be? With the baseball bat, just as RVD was celebrating with the crowd here at the Impact Zone. And Sting takes the bat, the shots to the midsection, and he's right on him. Look out! Got him!
You could just see the bad intentions that Sting has in his mind here. Van Dam can't put any weight on his leg. Oh, right across the esophagus and throat. The baseball bat. About to say it was just an awesome debut for RVD. Not working by the hour. Sting got the last laugh.
RVD debuts here in TNA with a monumental victory, but then pays the price at the hands of the icon Sting.
I don't think Sting's done. He whacked that bat. Sting did right across the knee of Van Dam. Van Dam can't put any weight on his leg.
Oh, and as RVD tries to fight back, Sting catches him with another shot with the bat. Go! He's just relentless, Taz.
Well, Rob Van Dam is tough as nails. I'm telling you that from experience. But good Lord, when someone's beating the daylights out of you with a baseball bat, that damn thing's a weapon.
How many shots can one man take with that baseball bat?
Well, I think Van Dam not just got the victory on Sting, but he more or less embarrassed him, caught him by surprise from behind. Sting's obviously hot about it. The referees might want to contemplate getting out of Sting's way.
God,
I told you.
He's not done yet. TNA referees trying to control Sting, but as you can see, having absolutely no luck.
Sting's out of control. He's out of control.
And Sting he's heading back to the ring again with the bat.
What the hell is Sting's problem? What is his deal here? With a finger. Well, that is Hulk Hogan's music.
And that is Hulk Hogan. And that's Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah. Well, it's Hulk's best friends trying to get Hulk back to me. All that dried up blood on Hulk's face and head. Thanks to Sting, Flair, and our champion AJ Styles for that. Let him go, man. Let's let them go here.
Why it's so serious, Sting? You know every dog has a day.
trying to calm the immortal Hulk Hogan down. You see the look on the face of Sting? Oof. Oh, and he just caught Van Dam again.
How many times is Sting going to drill Rob Van Dam with that bat? Good God! Oh.
And Hogan trying to get closer to Sting, but security stands in his way. You can hear the crowd here at the Impact Zone. They say, let him go. Turn him loose. And here comes Hogan to the ring.
Let him go. Just let them go already. Good God. Let him fight. Who cares? Let's see it. Oh! Watch out! Oh!
Yeah. Hogan was a sitting duck there because he was being held by security.
Hogan's arms and everything were held. Sting saw the opening, drilling Hulk Hogan in the midsection.
And what kind of condition is Hulk Hogan going to be in, Taz, later tonight when he and Abyss face Ric Flair and AJ Styles in the disqualification match?
Wait, Mike.
You Sting in pursuit.
Oof. Watch out. Oh, God. They're going to have to get some help out here for Hulk Hogan. I mean, he's laying on the stage here. Just who knows if he has internal damage or what.
There you can see security helping up Hulk Hogan.
This is a chaotic scene out here. I mean, an awesome moment where Rob Van Dam made his TNA debut. Got a victory on Sting and then just bam like that.
I mean, let's talk about this situation with Sting. These actions from Sting tonight, well, to me, they're not only shocking, but I have to admit personally, very disappointing. You never see this kind of a thing coming from of all people, Sting, Taz.
I agree, but what is going through Sting's mind? That's what I want to know. I mean, I think that's what most of our fans want to know. Why the hell is he doing this?
That's the key. What is the reason behind this?
There's got to be a reason. It's like I said at the top of the show, it's kind of conduct unbecoming of Sting.
And what did he say to TNA President Dixie Carter? I don't owe you an explanation. Are you kidding me? After the long-term relationship that Sting has had with our TNA president, I mean, Dixie Carter is always the one who goes to bat for Sting.
Well, there's that mutual respect. Now what? What the hell? Well, this is Nash. Kevin Nash's music. There's Big Sexy right there, and Eric Young.
And we told you last Thursday that Kevin Nash and Eric Young were going to address the issues that they have with Scott Hall and Six-Pac tonight. And that time has come, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that long-term friendship, that brotherhood between that man right there, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall and Six-Pac. That's a dead deal.
Did you see the reaction from Eric Bischoff that we got? Looked shocked at the entire proceedings tonight. I mean, Nash repeatedly, he goes to bat for Scott Hall and Six-Pac. He tries to get him TNA contracts. How do they thank him for that loyalty? He gets stabbed in the back. His friend Eric Young gets a beat down outside the Impact Zone, complete with being tagged by the spray paint.
You know, for the last month, no matter what we've done, it's found Hall and Waltman have found their way into the Impact Zone. I talked to Hulk today. I have in my hands a contract that says one time and one time only, Hall and Waltman will be allowed in the impact zone for a match at Designation X against myself and Eric Young. So I know you two guys are out there somewhere. Listen to me right now. Why don't you work your ways down to the ring and accept this challenge?
Are they even here tonight? Kevin Nash calling out Scott Hall and Six-Pac. Will they respond?
Anytime.
And we are back live on Impact. Kevin Nash, Eric Young, they are waiting for Scott Hall and Six-Pac.
Well, during the break, we saw Hall and Six-Pac show up. Where they at? We're gonna slime out here somewhere.
Yo, bad guy. X-Pac, where you at, man?
Well, we saw that Scott Hall, Six-Pac, they were coming in to the impact zone. I've got to wonder, Taz, how do they keep getting into the building week after week?
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder where they are right now. Maybe they stopped at the concession stand. They might have the munchies. Well, there's Six-Pac in tow. Big Scott Hall. Not really in a rush to get to the ring.
And security.
Okay, but why?
In anticipation, I'm guessing, of what could happen between these four. Security's already in the ring.
I got a funny feeling that Kevin Nash and EY don't really need help. I get why they're there, but just making a point. I want to see these four guys go.
Hey, yo. So let me get this right. Everybody, 2/3 of the legendary Wolfpack are in this building. And I heard you, big sexy, or excuse me, big sellout. What are you, Hogan's stooge now? You gotta be ribbing. You told me Hogan okayed some kind of contract? In case you didn't see what Sting did to him, Hogan ain't running the shizzo. Now me and Pac decided that we want in on TNA because it's starting to get cool. And I ain't the smartest guy in the world, and I run with the guy who ain't too smart, but we got lawyers, and they said this: when we smack you around and you around at Destination X, you want us to come in and get all these cats on TNA contracts rich? That's what we do, but we want our cut. So when we beat you, you take that, hand it to Terry Taylor, tell him to give it to Dixie Carter, and we want some fat money contracts. Hey, Scott, Hogan says you can have the match. I didn't say... Yo, Easy E, you want in on this? You want in on this?
I'll tell you what.
What?
Scott Hall. You and Pac, you accept the match. If you can beat Nash and Young, I'll make sure you get your fat contract. Because I can get it done.
You always do. You always do. That's what I like about you.
Well, what you're not going to like about me is if you don't get it done, you and Pac go right off into the sunset, do whatever it is the hell you do, but do it somewhere else other than TNA. That's the deal.
Yeah, it's a deal. It's a deal, though.
Well, then it's a deal. I guess I'll see you at the pay-per-view.
I'll be the one that looks like Elvis.
Handshake.
You're alive or dead.
Seals. Oh! Seals the deal. Six-pack. The slap to the face of Eric Young, and Eric just explodes with rage.
You had a feeling something was going to go down here. I'll tell you what, Six-pack just slapping a taste out of EY's mouth right there.
Security! Security! Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm damn sick of paying overtime for security to keep Hall and Waltman out of the building, so we're going to do it a little different tonight. Lock the damn doors, get Nash away from ringside, get Hall away from ringside, and hey, Eric Young, you got a license to kill, brother. Slap that punk upside his bitch head.
Oh, yeah! That's how we're doing it tonight live on Impact.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, I'm feeling that. Here we go.
Security gonna clear Kevin Nash and Scott Hall out of the way, and you're watching Eric Young fighting with emotion.
It's a damn fight right here.
That's what it is. You can call it a match.
Look at this. Watch out here. Six-pack. Oh, getting blasted with an explosive clothesline by Eric Young. Running back elbow. Here comes EY. Watch it. Whoa. Look at this. Ramming the skull of Six-pack on the mat.
You see that Eric Young fighting for both his friend Kevin Nash, also looking for payback after Six-pack physically beat him, embarrassed him with that spray paint last week, but Six-pack connects.
One of those textbook kicks.
And Taz, I'm just told we're going to hear from Kurt Angle next. You know the issues that he has with Mr. Anderson. Boy, that should be interesting.
Can things get more explosive here tonight?
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
Cover. 1, 2. Got him.
Impromptu matchup. Big explosive victory for Eric Young.
Impromptu matchup yields payback for Eric Young, and you know Kevin Nash has got to be loving that as well. Now what's this? U.S. Army Humvee pulling up outside the Impact Zone.
What is this about?
U.S. Army's arrived. There's a takeover on Impact. Well, we are back live on Impact, and we saw the arrival of our armed forces outside the building right as we went to break it. The U.S. Army is invading the Impact Zone.
Good God almighty, the U.S. Army is here in full effect. But why? It's pretty cool, though.
Forget the emotional, the heartfelt comments from Kurt Angle about how an appearance at a U.S. Army base in Fort Hood, Texas, completely turned his life around.
Wow, this is pretty cool. Kurt Angle, well-documented Olympic gold medalist. 13-time world heavyweight champion.
And remember that warrior medal, it was given to Kurt Angle by a soldier who said, this is to remind you of what you are, Kurt, a true warrior. And as we witnessed last Thursday on Impact, that warrior medal was taken from around the neck of Kurt Angle by Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, as you can see, I brought a few of my closest friends out here with me tonight. Mr. Anderson, these are the men and women who represent the United States of America and sacrifice everything to fight for our country. Mr. Anderson, these are the men and women who choose to leave their families and loved ones behind to stand up for what we believe in. These are the men and women, Mr. Anderson, who are willing to stand up, fight for, and even die for people like you and me. And Mr. Anderson, these are the men and women who 2 weeks ago you spit on. Now let me explain something to you, Mr. Anderson. I had sort of an epiphany. You see, winning an Olympic gold medal is nothing compared to what these soldiers do for our country. And as a proud American, it is my duty to protect and serve these soldiers when bitches like you degrade them. Now, if there's one thing I've learned over the past year, it's you don't mess with an American soldier. And Mr. Anderson, you're gonna find out why at Destination X when this warrior kicks your ass up and down the impact zone. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Oh my God, Kurt. Please stop your incessant grandstanding. It's not about you and those little high school dropouts out there with you. It's about you, me, and this little international object that I used to...
Explosive shot by Kurt Angle on the interview set, Taz.
I was just about to say, Kurt Angle left the ring. He knew exactly where that set was. And blasting Mr. Anderson and shutting him up for a minute. Right around here in the arena. And there is no sign of Kurt Angle stopping his pursuit. And I think the beatdown has just begun.
Anderson tossed into the ring by Angle. Oh! Wow. Shot.
I believe Anderson hit Kurt with the Warrior medal wrapped in around his hand. It looked like around his fist.
We just saw the close-up of Anderson's fist, and that's exactly what it was.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Not so fast, amigo.
You just backed into a wall known as the U.S. Army, Mr. Anderson. Oof. Now come back and deal with Kurt.
There's nowhere for Anderson to run or hide.
And the troops are beating down on Anderson.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, give them involved as well. Why not?
Not a good Monday evening for Anderson.
Anderson.
Listen to me. Just stop it. Just stop it. Get a hold of yourself. You should see what you look like right now. You've got to stop this, Hogan. You've got to stop it. Brooke's backstage. She's beside herself. Jennifer can't calm her down. Hogan, take a long, hard look. I wish you could look at yourself in the mirror right now, my friend. Seriously.
No, this is the last shot. You know what this is? This is the biggest night in TNA history. This is where I get a chance to turn this thing around. I didn't want to go out there. You know, Abyss was my boy, and when they started calling Hogan brother, I didn't want to go out there. I got to do this. I got to go out there, Bubba. You know I got to do this.
You've got to.
Hogan, listen, I come in to ask you a question. Please,
Well,
give me...
Stop. What are you doing here, Earl?
I need a second chance. I really need a second chance.
Earl, let me tell you, this tonight is out of control. You know, I'm scattered all over the place. I am up to my neck. I got so many problems, brother. I love you to death, but I have got so much on my head.
Hold on. Earl, hold on. Look at you sit there beside yourself like you're all full of yourself. Everybody gets second chances in life. Everybody gets second. I got a second chance in radio. You've got a second chance in wrestling. This guy's been with you for I don't know how many years through thick and through thin. If anybody deserves a second chance, Earl Hebner deserves a second chance. Come on, Hogan. Seriously.
Oh, God. You know something? Earl, you can help me. I'm in a bad spot. Two things. You, number one, you need to let this thing go. You need to promise me that you won't get in my business. Can you promise me that?
Yeah.
Okay. Earl, it'd be an honor to be in the ring with you, brother. But you got to do me one favor. My daughter's out there, brother. Things aren't going well with my son. He's in California, worried to death. He's been watching this thing. If it gets out of control, if I can't continue, my brother, you're going to have to stop this thing. Do you promise me that? If it gets out of control and I'm down and out, will you stop it for me?
I promise you that. Trust me.
All right, guys, just give me a minute to think, all right? Thank you. Thank you guys very much.
Well, Hulk Hogan has made the decision, Taz. He's going to give referee Earl Hebner a second chance, and Earl is going to referee our Impact main event. TNA returns to pay-per-view live Sunday, March the 21st with Destination X.
Well, here's the deal. Like all of our X Division wrestlers, these two electrifying teams will amaze you as they apply their craft in the ever-dangerous Ultimate X match.
It's going to be all or nothing for Scott Hall and Six Pac. Win a TNA contract or leave the company for good.
Well, moments ago, we saw Kurt Angle beat the living holy high hell out of Anderson with the U.S. Army's help. Now at Destination X, these two men go one-on-one.
And in our main event, can Abyss parlay his newfound confidence into winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship? We'll find out at Destination X on March the 21st when Abyss challenges AJ Styles.
Hey, Mick, I'll see you out there. I'm going to find out right now. Storm, James, I got one question to ask you before we go out there.
Shoot.
You know Bischoff's forced me into this match. He didn't give me a choice. Did he give you guys a choice, or did he force you in the match, too?
You know me. He don't force me to do anything. We volunteered for this one.
Volunteered?
Yep.
You volunteered for this match after everything Bischoff's put me through. Hell, James, do you forget when I founded TNA, I handpicked you to be on the TNA roster? Do you forget that I put you and Bobby together as a team? Hell, James, did you forget before TNA was even thought of? You trained to become a wrestler in my old man's backyard. James, what the...
You're right. But it's about what can you do for me? Me. And you haven't done jack squat. You know what, Jeff? Sorry about your damn... Oh!
Shoot you guys! Guys, come on! Hey, gang! Listen to me! Get in the ring! Get in the ring! You take it into the ring! You want it in the ring? We'll take it to the ring, Mick! Get it in the ring! We'll see you in the ring, Jared!
And we are back live on Impact, and Beer Money's beatdown of Jeff Jarrett continues.
Yeah, during the commercial break, Beer Money more or less dragging Jarrett out here, beating the hell out of him. This is a handicap match.
2-on-1 handicap match with Mick Foley assigned as the special referee here by Eric Bischoff.
And Mick Foley trying to get Beer Money in the ring along with Jarrett. See, Mick Foley's in that suit. That's at the hands of Eric Bischoff, and I guess those painful etiquette lessons we saw last week that Mick went through, all of them, many of them.
You try to put yourself in Beer Money's shoes when it comes to this 2-on-1 handicap match with Jeff Jarrett, and you just ask yourself, why? Why, Taz, would they do this? Why would they volunteer to do this to the man who opened up so many doors for them in TNA?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I know that's a funky, very funky referee shirt by Mick, but I don't know what Beer Money's motivation is here, but I would assume they just want to get noticed. Well, Jarrett's noticing with that clothesline there.
Jarrett tries to get the offense rolling. The dropped toe hold, and he's got James Storm positioned against the ropes, and Jarrett cut off by Robert Roode.
I mean, let's face it, look, let's call a spade here. Beer Money hasn't really been on Impact that much, let's be honest. These guys are one of the greatest tag teams in the industry today.
Yeah, something like one match here on Impact in recent months. Is this their way of getting noticed? I want to remind you about TNA Impact. TNA Epics will return to Spike next Monday, 8 p.m. It's the very best of the X Division as we head towards Destination X, and that's all right before a brand new episode of Impact. It all gets underway next Monday, 8 p.m. TNA Epics right here on Spike.
Right here, 2-on-1 situation, all legal here, folks. Referee Mick Foley kind of in a bad spot, really can't do anything. This is all legal, and I don't like Jarrett's shot chances.
Eye of the storm from James Storm on Jeff Jarrett.
I guess some could look at maybe Beer Money being a little bit ungrateful, I would assume. After what, we heard Jarrett say before the commercial break what he's done as a TNA founder in the company for Storm and Roode.
Remember, still to come tonight, Hulk Hogan, Abyss, the tag team match against AJ Styles and Ric Flair, no disqualification tag.
Little beer spray miss.
And we have received word from Spike TV. We're going to stay with that main event later tonight to its absolute conclusion. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
As late as it's got to go, 1 a.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m.
How about this comeback from the TNA founder, Jeff Jarrett?
And here comes Jarrett. Oh, blazing right through right there, Robert Roode. Watch out. Oh, man. Well, it's not Jeff Jarrett's first rodeo.
There goes James Storm, and now Jarrett outside. He's got Beer Money in a bad way.
The old double noggin knocker, which means two noggins are knocking together.
Meeting of the minds.
Thank you.
Roode rolled back into the ring. Storm sent into the steel.
Well, referee Mick Foley, I know he's not a regular official, but he's got to try and get at least two of these men in the ring here. Oh, look at that. Wow. Storm had Jarrett's ankle held. Roode just blasting Jeff Jarrett.
Jarrett just defenseless, and I think Mick Foley sympathizes with Jeff Jarrett because Mick's in sort of a similar situation when it comes to Eric Bischoff.
No doubt. Uh-oh. The hell is this? The referee now.
The referee with the barbed wire bat, and he passes it over to Jarrett.
Yeah, that was really subtle. Well, I guess the referee is going to allow this to happen, being that the referee's a hardcore psycho. But wait, that's referee Slick Johnson.
And you've just got to assume that Eric Bischoff sent Slick Johnson out here. Oh, the low blow from behind by Roode on Jarrett.
And neither referee saw that. Oh, man. Oh!
They stack up Jarrett. Slick Johnson rolls in and counts 3.
Here are your winners, Beer Money Incorporated.
We did our job. You better be watching.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, Beer Money, like it or not, making a strong statement here tonight at the hands of Jeff Jarrett.
And if you think about it, before Bischoff and Hogan came to TNA, Jarrett the founder, Mick Foley the executive shareholder, look at him now.
start this thing.
No, Hulk, let me start this thing. I owe these guys big time for what they've done to you.
Stop. You don't know Flair like... Brooke. Brother, give me a minute, man. Hey, bro.
Sure thing, Hulk.
Yeah, come on in, baby. Come on in. Come on, sit down. No, we're good. We're good. No, we're not. Sit down. Sit down.
Oh my God, you're so
No, it's okay, baby. It's all
Are
good.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got my big guy with me, Abyss. We're cool.
Oh my
okay?
God,
I don't want you going back out there, okay?
I didn't want to ask you before. You know, I didn't want to talk to you about it because I knew what your answer was going to be, but, you know, it's really hard for me to see you go out there like that.
Okay.
And hurting yourself, you know, it means everybody else, you're the Hulkster, but to me, it's like you're my dad.
Brooke, baby, I love you, and you know I have to go out there. This is my second chance. You know, we've been through crazy things in the last couple of years. This is my second chance, okay? You know, the fans kind of like called me. You know how that is. You've been around long enough to know what I got to do. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to be okay. And Abyss is going to go wait for me, you know, out there. And he's got my back. This kid's young, he's big, he's strong, but he's the #1 Hulkamaniac, baby. Don't worry, I love you.
I know, okay, well, you just promise me one thing, because I know you have to go out there and do it, but if you can just promise me one thing and just make this your last time, Dad, because we've lost so much. And I just don't want to lose you too, okay?
Baby, I promise
me you won't do it anymore, no more after this. This is the last time.
Okay, I know our family's been through hell and back again in the last 2 years. I got you, I got Nick, I got Jennifer. I promise you, I won't go back out there again. This is the last time for me. I love you, okay? Okay, baby, I love you. Don't worry, this is the last one, all right? I promise. Are we good? Okay.
Tonight's main event, it's sponsored by Rent-A-Center, where you never need credit and satisfaction is guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your continued TNA Impact main event. A no disqualification match scheduled for one fall. Introducing team #1. First, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. His tag team partner from Gainesville, Georgia, the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, Mike, our night started with this massive tag team match, but Sting destroyed that. And Hogan, he laid it down, said we're going to do that at the end of the night, no disqualification, and here we have it.
Got to agree, one of the most shocking moments ever in TNA. Hulk Hogan bloody at the hands of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and yes, believe it or not, the icon Sting.
He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 350 pounds. The monster, Abyss. His tag team partner from Venice Beach, California, the immortal
Hulk Hogan knew our TNA fans deserved to see this match restarted.
Well, Hulk Hogan, we heard him tell his daughter Brooke was highly concerned for her dad's safety out here. Hey, Abyss more or less has my back. I think Hulk's banged up. Hulk's gonna need Abyss to watch his back.
Yeah, but there was no way Hogan was gonna let Ric Flair and AJ Styles off the hook for what went down earlier. Remember, it's no disqualification, and Hulk Hogan guarantees that there must and there will be a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final commercial break of the night. When we come back, we're going to stay with it until there's a winner. And ladies and gentlemen, on this unpredictable, on this shocking, on this emotional night, live from Orlando, Florida, it is main event time. This is what we've been waiting for, Taz.
The two Hall of Famers, the two legends, they lock it up. And vintage Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, AJ Styles against Hulk Hogan and Abyss. It's no disqualification. There must be a winner as Hogan back body drops the Nature Boy.
Well, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, both men, pressure players, big match experience. Like I said, Hall of Famers. To have these two men have at it, I mean, listen, they're still going.
And right out in front of his daughter, Brooke Hogan, you see Hulk with the attack on Ric Flair, and there he goes into the steel. Again, Spike TV agreeing with Hulk Hogan's edict that there's got to be a winner. We're going to stay with this match to its conclusion. Hell, we could be here all night.
Oh, man, and Flair's skull is split wide open, and there's no signs of Hogan stopping, throwing those massive blows. Look at this. Hogan biting the head of Flair. Oh. That's the way it is, man. Old school dudes, man, they don't care. They just go. Look at this.
Hogan avenging the situation from earlier tonight with Ric Flair, and now he's got Flair.
Now, Flair, usually very clever and very crafty, but Hulk Hogan not having any of that.
Flair tried to get that separation, came back with chops, but Hogan's got answers for him with punches, and he's got knife-edge chops to the chest also. And there's one for the dirtiest player in the game.
Ric Flair not able to get out of the box. Hulk Hogan all over the H. And this is a no disqualification, so it's all good in the hood, as they say.
And again, it's referee Earl Hebner. Hulk Hogan okayed Hebner to return for this match. No disqualification as Flair goes down on the entrance ramp.
Flair is bleeding like a stuffed pig. No offense to stuffed pigs.
And Hogan challenging AJ Styles, the look of concern on the world champion's face as Abyss lays in those shots to the head of the Nature Boy.
And for those who don't know, Abyss, he's not squeamish, folks. He's all about violence and brutality.
And now all about confidence with Hulk Hogan behind the monster, and Hogan takes off the belt. Lay him in there, Hulk.
Oh, man. You see, a moment ago, you saw AJ Styles look like he didn't want any part of the wrath of Hulk Hogan. Look at Flair's skull in his face. Good God.
And we're witnessing the face of Ric Flair being disfigured here by Hulk Hogan.
Well, it's kind of graphic. Oh! And that's a low blow. I think the referee was looking at AJ Styles. Regardless, it is no disqualification.
Yes,
and that's what Hogan put down. Sorry, Mike.
True. Hebner's attention was turned away, but you're right. It is a no disqualification match. And now the fresh man comes into play as Flair turns it over to the world heavyweight champion AJ Styles.
Not just a fresh man. That's AJ Styles, folks. This guy is prime. In his prime, he's a thoroughbred through and through. He's the TNA heavyweight champion, and you can see the concern of Brooke Hogan, Hulk's daughter, and she should be concerned. Because AJ is cocksure of himself, and he's a bad apple.
Hulk made the promise to Brooke earlier. She was brought to tears by this situation, and Hulk said, I promise you, this is the last time, as Styles continues the full court press and now sends Hogan shoulder first into that steel post.
You see that wound on the skull of Hulk Hogan. AJ ripping that bandage off the skull, the head of Hulk from earlier this evening.
Yeah, trying to reopen the cut in the head, and he has succeeded. And you see Flair cut in front of Hogan and put the boots to the head of the Hulkster. Meanwhile, taunting the monster Abyss.
He's looking Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair might need a stitch or two.
It's almost as if Flair is fueled by the blood that pours out of his head and down onto his chest.
As sick as it sounds, I've had blood. I've been in matches where blood's poured out of my skull, and it kind of amps up your adrenaline, as crazy as it sounds. It really does.
AJ in for the shots. Measures and delivers a series of rights and then punctuates it with that big shot to the head.
Well, not just to the head, Mike, to the open wound of Hulk Hogan. AJ pinpoint accuracy.
Abyss reaching in to the ring, trying to get Hogan's attention, trying to let him know he's there for the tag if Hulk can make it across, and Flair comes in and continues this beatdown.
And listen, Hulk Hogan, look, he's all about pride, honor. He's all heart. There's a lot of fortitude running through the bloodstream of Hulk Hogan. But right now, the Nate, got caught in the old yam bag.
From the top, Hogan able to toss Flair across the ring.
Gotta get Abyss in. Gotta get Abyss in the match.
Hulk's intentions are clear, but he's still got to make his way to the corner. He's still got to tag in the monster. AJ's in. AJ's legal, and so is Abyss.
Here comes the monster, batting down the proverbial hatches.
He's got Styles. He's got the world champ Goozle. Flair as well, but Flair and Styles both connect with the kicks. Monster shot off into the ropes. Abyss breaks through.
Look at the power of the massive, gigantic-like Abyss. Look at the speed, the quick burst of speed.
Corner to corner, 350-pound freight train takes out first Styles, then Flair.
Oh, man.
AJ out. Choke slam by Abyss.
To the heavens. Oh, my God, Nature's in trouble.
Again, we're going to stick with this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Spike TV. To the conclusion, to the finish, one way or the other.
And the ring, the Hall of Fame ring that Hulk Hogan gave to Abyss, giving Abyss that confidence, motivating Abyss. No, it's Hulkamania, as Hulk Hogan says. And Hulkamania is more of a mindset, if anything, and it's working for Abyss.
One final reminder, brand new original comedy, Players. It's on tonight. It's right after Impact. The special world premiere as AJ goes airborne. Flying forearm, cover, 2.
Well, we got 4 players going right now. And the player in AJ Styles as the champion going.
No disqualification. There will be a winner. All 4 men in the ring. All 4 battling as Hogan hulks up.
And so is Abyss.
And Hogan and Abyss turn it around on Styles and Flair.
Well, the timing might be off the tag, but the effect is perfect.
Double big boots, courtesy of Hulk Hogan and Abyss. Hulk directing traffic. His attention turned to AJ Styles.
Watch out.
Wind him up.
Man.
Power him down. Black hole slam. Here's 1. Here's 2. Got him.
What a physical, brutal battle. I'll tell you what, Abyss just pinned the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. That in itself is enormous.
Abyss gets the victory. Yes, Abyss is headed to Destination X and a shot at AJ Styles World. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. It's Desmond Wolfe. Desmond Wolfe with a steel chair, and he just whacked Abyss across the back.
Not so fast.
Yeah, Hogan able to block it, but then he gets clipped by Flair.
That was nasty. Right in the side of Hulk's knee. Flair knew where to go. Wait. Who's that? That's the Pope. Pope was limping out here. Was attacked early tonight by Desmond Wolfe on an injured ankle.
Yeah, we had to cancel that matchup that was scheduled. But the Pope's getting a little bit of revenge right now against Desmond Wolfe before he gets taken down from behind by AJ.
Oh, not just that. AJ, again, pinpointing the injury. Wait a minute.
Now what?
Well, tell me.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you that's Jeff Hardy.
This Extreme Enigma returns to TNA.
Bam! Impact Zone explodes for the return of Jeff Hardy. What an incredible